So it's week 4 of our Fallen Star development, and we've got lots to show you today, so let's go straight into it.
So we kicked off the week by watching the Shawshank Redemption, which was very nice. And I also added a little timer whilst Martha was doing something.
Probably Japanese.
So then Tuesday we did last week's video, which was for the week before that, so that was a bit late.
And do this again today, seeing as it's Tuesday. Again.
Tuesday's fine.
Tuesday.
I've just been editing this week's video 2 days late, so I am a man, I promise. My voice keeps breaking. Then we did... on that day I also added checkpoints, so when your health gets to 0 or less than 0, you're teleported to the nearest checkpoint that you passed. It needs a little bit of work still, but it sort of works, so that's good. So it's now fairly late evening, and I haven't done a huge amount, but what I have done I'm quite pleased with. So I've added this checkpoint, which is just this little crappy flag right now. And if you hit it, eventually there'll be some sort of animation or whatever. If you were to then die, by say jumping off this cliff, you go back to this flag and you get all your health back and stuff. So that's quite nice. And something I don't think I showed was that chest animation that opens now when you go near it, which is nice as well. A very exciting addition, I think, although Martha thinks differently. Signs.
I don't think differently.
You said they're not gameplay. But I started adding signs last week with the text rendering I did the week before. It's now Wednesday evening, and I've had a very busy day, but I have made some progress. So you'll probably notice there's this little signpost here that I expertly drew, and if we go and collide with it, we'll get a little read sign text. If I then press E, that disappears and I can now no longer move. I'm jumping now, can't move anywhere. So this is where the text will be shown. As far as I know, that also just stops everything else moving in the world, so projectiles, attacks, anything else, but animation keeps going obviously, which is kind of nice. Then you just press E again, and we're back. So that seems to work quite well.
So I actually remembered to film what I was doing for once. I've done this little checkpoint animation that I'm really happy with. And also today I've been working on turrets, which Matt should hopefully implement in the game super soon.
Yes, I got a basic implementation of the dialog box code set up, and it looked horrendous initially, but it got a bit better.
Much better.
Yes. So probably the last thing I'm going to do this evening is the following. So if I go up to the sign as before and press E, I get a little box up here, which doesn't take too much effort, luckily, and it goes away again. So eventually that'll be filled with text. With any luck. The day after that, on the Thursday, I added the ability to see multiple paragraphs worth of text from one sign, and those were loaded from a file. Good evening. Not a lot of progress so far because I've been messing around with different types of font. But I have added Martha's new textures. We've got new checkpoints, and these are the turrets, which look very nice. Not animated yet, but eventually. And also I've adjusted that so it looks better. And now we have this. And this is just a show right now. If this text string was any longer, it would just go off the end of the screen and into Mouse's tomatoes. But hopefully I can fix that. And this is what I meant. So now all I have to do is make it so that text that's even longer than this goes into the next box, which is going to be slightly more challenging, I feel. Okay, so it turned out it wasn't actually as difficult as I thought. So now we have the first message, and then we have a second message if I press the same button. And if I press it again, we get back to here. And that works with this one up here, which it didn't just a second ago because I was rendering the dialog box on the map camera, so that it sort of ended up over here somewhere. But all is well now. That's another thing actually, all the signs have the same text at the minute, and that's what I'm going to have to work on tomorrow. I'm going to use probably an external file just to load in which sign has which text, in what order, and how much of it. So that'd be fun. So we're both pretty tired this evening, so I haven't really done that much, but I've got different signs loading from file. So that's using this.
Hello, it's a beautiful rainy day on Saturday morning, and I've just been working on some more pixel art. I have been fixing these tiles that have been annoying me for a while now. I really don't like the dithering effect when they were actually in the game, so I've changed them a little bit, and I'm going to see what they look like once Matt actually implements them. I've also been making these bottom ones to round them up, because that's another thing that has been annoying me for a while now. And I've been working on a couple of character animations, mostly this little jumping frame here and a dying frame as well. Plus I made a couple of nice houses and things, and some secret things that I'm not allowing you to see just yet. And now I'm just going to go and have some tomatoes for lunch.
So at the start of the weekend, I started to implement Martyr's animations for the turrets. That also included adding a basic AI for them, which after many hours turned out, I think, quite well. Good morning, it's now Sunday morning, and I didn't really record very much yesterday, but I'll just outline what I did do. So first of all, I added bouncy tiles, like that, which are quite nice. Also I added these spikes down here, but they don't actually hurt you yet, you just sort of climb them. Really the big thing that I did add were these turrets that you can probably see here. And you can sneak up behind them and shoot them from behind, suddenly they wake up and try and find you again. If you wait about 3 seconds, they'll go back to sleep again. And of course, if you sort of jump in front of them, they'll start firing at you. Right now they're firing lasers instead of fireballs, which was something else. Only the players is that now, which is nice. I also added this animation for the checkpoints that Marta drew. So it's quite interesting actually, because this is the original design I gave Marta for the turrets, and I'd say she did a pretty good job. Sunday was a bad day, and I'll tell you why it was a bad day. What?
Sunday was a wonderful day.
I meant in terms of coding.
We had a date. And then Sunday we didn't really get much done, but we had a lovely day at the park, and we saw some deer, and it was great. They were all small and super cute, and so many deer. Someone has some licensing issues with sound, which he's solved now.
Yes, I was trying to get OpenGL soft, and it has an LGPL license, which is a bit annoying because you need to dynamically link to it. And I got there in the end, but I felt I didn't really want to use it anymore. So yesterday, before work, I found a rather nice library called So Loud, and I've been messing around with that. It links statically. I can do what I want with it, and so far it's working very nicely. So.
Hello, you okay there?
Mm-hmm.
Have you died?
Mm-hmm. Right now we're marvelling at the fact I got some crappy ukulele music to play. But of course it's the game that's playing this. That's really quite a major thing. Because I've just spent the last 9 hours? Yeah, about 9 hours. Searching for libraries and compiling things. And like, my computer's a complete mess right now. But yeah.
It works.
Time for a cup of tea, I reckon.
We're really happy with the progress this week, and we hope to get a lot done next week as well. So make sure you subscribe to see more updates, and we love you. Bye!